In the ancient traditions of Kemet, Tehuti was never merely a god in the simplified modern sense. That translation already reduces the depth of the idea. Tehuti represented principles, functions, living forces operating inside reality and inside the human being. The scribes of Kemet looked at existence itself and asked, what allows order to become understandable? What allows thought to become speech? What allows invisible ideas to become visible civilizations? And the answer they gave that force was Tehuti. Tehuti was associated with writing because writing freezes thought into form. He was associated with wisdom because wisdom is organized awareness. He was associated with the moon because the moon reflects light the same way the mind reflects deeper truths. He was associated with measurement because measurement creates structure from chaos. This is why Tehuti is often shown holding the tools of the scribe. The scribe was not just writing words. The scribe was shaping reality through language, memory, mathematics, observation, and Heka, the power of directed speech and intention. So then the deeper question becomes, was Tehuti a literal being? Or was Tehuti the Kemetic way of describing the intelligent principle operating through consciousness itself? And this is where many people miss the entire depth of Kemet, because they reduce symbols into cartoons. The ancients spoke through symbol because symbols can hold multiple layers simultaneously. When you ask, where do my thoughts come from? Now you enter the real mystery. Even modern science still cannot fully explain the origin of consciousness. A human can observe thoughts appearing in the mind, almost like waves arriving from somewhere deeper than deliberate effort. Some thoughts are inherited through culture. Some are reactions to memory. Some are emotional patterns. Some are installed through repetition, media, fear, religion, language, and environment. But then there are moments where insight appears suddenly, a realization, a creative spark, a truth that feels older than you. Kemet would say that the disciplined mind becomes aligned enough to receive higher-order thought. Tehuti, therefore, can be understood as the principle of higher intelligence, organized consciousness, truthful observation, sacred language, memory, reason, and awakened thought, not merely a man with an ibis head. The ibis itself was symbolic. The long beak probing beneath the water represented penetrating beneath surface appearances into hidden knowledge. But Kemet also warned humanity. Thought itself is power, and power can create or distort. This is why Tehuti was connected to both wisdom and Heka, because words shape perception, language shapes agreements, agreements shape civilizations. Once a thought enters enough minds, it can become law, religion, economy, identity, or empire. So the Kemetic initiate was taught not merely to think, but to examine thought itself. Did this thought come from fear, inheritance, programming, emotion, observation, truth? This is why know thyself was sacred, because if you never examine the source of your own thinking, then your mind becomes a house ruled by outside voices. So when people today ask, was Tehuti real? Perhaps the deeper answer is this: Every time truth organizes confusion, every time wisdom overcomes ignorance, every time language creates understanding, every time a human becomes conscious of their own mind, the principle represented by Tehuti becomes active again. Tehuti was not merely about worship. Tehuti was about awakening the disciplined intelligence within the human being. The real temple was always the mind. Ashe.